Hey, what's up everyone? This is Drayko the Psychic here. Today I thought I was gonna do a Magic Steel video, um, where, where I do a duel featuring these cards right here, or maybe review the cards, but no, Dueling Book, is decided to be slow today maybe it's just me or my computer. I don't know. Windows is starting to become trash in my opinion now. People keep on telling me, yo, Windows is trash. Stop it. Anyways, so instead, I'm going to plan B, which is to review the Elemental Force set that's coming out in the custom cards Discord format led by Nosferatu Zod. This right here says that the first set, Elemental Force, is now officially released. All cards are in the following link, which is going to be right here. If you want to join this server, I'll leave a Discord link in the description below. And yeah, I guess that's all I need to say right here. Shout outs to D Art and Iron Mike right here for your flex. Of course, Flex say can't fix you, but I don't understand why. So, anyways, I accidentally closed down my Chrome by just hitting that tab, but it works anyway because we're right here. So, anyways, this is all the cards right now that is in the Elemental Force set. I think he made another announcement saying that, yep, the new Elemental Force set is now live. The next set, currently named Spirits, will be released in the upcoming weeks. It will revolve around Grave-focused decks and Spirit monsters, so be sure to submit your Spirit, Zombie, Fiend, Spellcaster archetypes, or other types that will fit within that theme. So I guess you can purely make it around Spirit Zombie, Spirit Fiend, or Spirit Spellcasters, which would be a really interesting idea, because I don't think there's ever really an archetype. The only archetype I know that is spirit based is the Shinobirds, and that's a Winged Beast spirit deck. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So anyways, let's get right into what we have, what is offered to us in this set right here. So the first card I want to talk about is Psychic Training. This card right here, this is a card I made, and it's gone through a lot of changes, and this is what I think the final form of it is. I may have to take out its second effect and maybe add another restriction to it. So, Psychic Training is a normal spell that can be only activated once per turn, and basically you pay 1,000 life points to add a level 4 or lower Psychic monster from your deck to your hand, which is basically just a Rhoda, and you pay life points because back then that's what Psychics were all about. They revolved around paying your own life points to perform other things. And then, if it's in your graveyard, but you can't do this effect if you use the first effect that turn, or the turn it was sent to the graveyard, you can't use that graveyard effect, but you can banish it from your graveyard to target any psychic monster in your graveyard and add it to your hand. But if you do not activate the effects of monsters with the name of that added monster this turn, half your life points during the end phase. So basically, if you add back Mech Knight Blue Sky, but for that turn you didn't resolve Blue Sky's effect, you have to lose half your life points. So yeah. There's a little interesting card right here. A Journey Begins. Let's see. Send one Gemini monster from your deck to the graveyard. Add one Gemini with level less than or equal to that monster from your deck to your hand. You can only activate one A Journey Begins per turn. That problem solving card text is a bit shaky here, but I can understand. This is basically a painful decision. I think that's what the card is. It's a painful decision where you send a normal monster to add a normal monster with the same name from it. Yeah, this is actually a pretty cool card. It really gets the mood going for Geminis. Could potentially work for the Elemental Envoys that I made, but I don't think I would run this card. You can run it in Aeroons or the Gemini thing, I guess. I'm not sure. Wait, Dwarf, is this? No, this is not Crystal Music. Okay. Wait. Oh wait, the problem solving card deck is too good for Crystal Music to be using to make a card like that. Ooh, this is an equip spell. Phoenix Gearfried's Blade. So you equip to a Fire Warrior Gemini monster. Okay, this is support for that weird Gemini deck that's coming out. That weird Fire Warrior deck that's coming out. The equipped monster gains 300 attack and cannot be targeted by your opponent's card effects. If the equipped monster destroys an opponent's monster by battle, add one Phoenix Gearfried monster or one spell or trap that specifically lists Gearfried Phoenix Gearfried's Blade, or no, that specifically lists Gemini in its card text, except Phoenix Gearfried's Blade. Okay, sorry. From your deck to your hand, you can only use this effect of Gearfried Blade's effect once per turn. I think it should say you can only activate this once per turn, because if it's a spell or trap, it should say activate, not use, because use is usually for the monsters. Now, if monsters were to say you can only activate this effect of this monster once per turn, that would be actually pretty busted, because for the fact that if you say you negated the activation with a Solemn Strike, they could just activate that monster's effect again. So yeah, that's okay. I think this might be an okay card. I don't know what the Gearfried does. So anyways, so the reason why my Gemini battle is not here is because, there was already a card. Yeah, Arrowhunt Kingdom is the one that lets you add a level 4 lower Gemini, while mine just added any Gemini. But the ones that did make it on my side was Gemini Wish. This one says that the normal summon of Gemini monsters cannot be negated, and once per turn you can reveal one Gemini monster in your hand, shuffle it into the deck, then you can add one Gemini monster from your deck to your hand with a different name. And then you can only control one Gemini Wish, so because it's a soft once per turn, and it protects your normal summons from being negated, it's a really nice card to have. Another card we need to talk about is Onizar, Dark Armor Wielder. I did create this card, and what? Wait a second. Okay. So here's the problem here. It says Psychic Synchro, even though it is a Synchro effect monster. The reason why is because I have to implement this slash right here. The reason why I have to implement... Oh, Bite Fence, you can get the hell out of here. The reason why I had to put a slash here was because Nod... or Nosferatu Zod, sorry, not Nod, told me to put it there. Beatrice did the same thing. This is because the text, for some reason, can't get shorter on Dueling Book, which is really odd, but... And it just puts us in an awkward position where we're just putting too much text on a card. So basically, it must first be Synchro Summoned, so you can't just send it to grave and then reborn it. When this card is Synchro Summoned, you can target one spell or trap card in your graveyard that lists Gemini in its text, shuffle it into the deck, then you can add a face-up Elemental Envoy Pendulum monster from your extra deck to your hand. This is basically your recursion right here. And in quick effect, you can send one face-up card you control to the graveyard to send one face-up monster your opponent controls to the graveyard. So this is your way of getting around monsters that cannot be targeted. So, and this is how the power of Geminis could be potentially shown. So if you're running a level 4 tuner that is in your Gemini deck, well, you might as well run it in Elemental Envoys, because I mean, that's part of the archetype right here. And then also, it special summons a Gemini monster from your graveyard when it leaves the field. So, yeah. Anyways, next up is another card I kind of want to look at right here. The most funniest card right here. Synchro No. Yeah, I love funny card names, but this is ridiculous. Alright, so it's a counter trap card. When your opponent would special summon a Synchro monster, pay 1,000 life points, negate the summon, then you can special summon one monster from your graveyard whose level is equal to the original level of that Synchro monster, but its effects are negated. You can only activate one Synchro No per turn. I feel like it should say destroy that monster, because that kind of is putting me in an oddball situation. I'm trying to think here. If you negate the summon, but you don't destroy it, does it stay on the field? I'm not really sure. Like, I think all counter traps that say that anything that says to negate the summon, they also say and if you do, destroy it. So, I don't know. But funny card name, funny counter, nice meme. What else do we have here? Oh yeah, so in custom servers they always put like YGO CC to indicate that their cards have been approved, so that's really nice. Wait, what is this? Gemini Draw? Oh, this is nice. Reveal what? Oh, I like it. It's the Gemini Zodiac. I get it now. Alright, so you reveal a Gemini monster in your hand, then add one Dark Valkyria or one Gemini or normal monster whose level is equal to the revealed monsters from your deck to your hand. Whoa, what? So this isn't once per turn. You just reveal a Gemini, and then you get to add either a Valkyria, Gemini, or normal monster from your deck to your hand as long as the level is equal to it. Wait, what are the Dark Valkyries? Wait, Skullbird Carol. Oh, Skullbird Carol. Wait a second. Oh crap, is someone actually making Dog Moron support? Okay, I gotta look at this. Okay. Skullbird Carol. It's a level 3 wind zombie effect monster. Oh, I guess that's part of the set that we're making here. You can send this card from your hand to the graveyard, add one Skulldog Marin from your deck or graveyard to your hand. If a Skulldog Marin, Dark Valkyria, or a Dark Queen monster would be destroyed by battle, you can banish this card from your graveyard instead. Okay, so there is a graveyard interaction with this. So this thing adds, this thing can add Skulldog Marin from your deck to your hand. That's actually pretty interesting. Skulldog Marin is a normal monster, right? I believe so. There's Living Shadow, Gemini Wyvern. Okay, so they were having a lot of talk with me about my Maddox over here. So basically, now with all these things right here, they all, do you have to scroll? Oh, it looks like you have to scroll. So basically in this set, there's 2 cards that can add spells or traps that can, that list Gemini as its text from your deck to your hand. So, if you, let's see, so this is what the new one says. When this card is activated, if you have an Elemental Envoy card in your other Pendulum Zone, except Maddox, you can add one spell or trap that specifically lists Gemini as its text from your deck to your hand, and if you do for the rest of the turn, you cannot special summon monsters except Elemental Envoy monsters. Okay. Ooh, wait a second. These are not Elemental Envoy monsters. Ouch. Okay. That's kind of screwy. Whatever. Alright, so yeah. And then you got Gemini Wyvern over here, which basically says you can add one spell or trap from your deck to your hand that lists Gemini in its text. You can only use this effect once per turn. Gemini monsters cannot declare text the turn you activate this effect. Wait, Gemini monsters? Only Gemini monsters cannot declare an attack. So that means you can just go ahead and do some link plays, because I know that you can implement this in a deck like Erewhon's, and then you can just summon like Crystal Wing and go ahead and go in for the attack. Oh my gosh. Okay. What else is there? Wait, what is this? Prashibeak Pesakaroa? I don't know. This looks interesting though. So it's a winged beast, wind fusion monster that's level 8. Requires 1 wind monster plus 1 earth monster. Ooh. That sounds like a super poly target, if I ever say so. But then again, Maddox is a wind, Aeron the soil's an earth, Dwarf is an earth. I don't think I even have. Oh yes, my Sores did not get in there, so Sores is not an earth. Sores was the earth, but Sores is not here. Oh wait a second, the Untames have earth and wind. Okay, so they can super poly. Okay. Alright, so I guess you could super poly. While face up on the field, this card is also Earth attribute, gains 500 attack and defense while you control no other wind monsters. At the start of the damage step, if this card battles a non-wind monster, you can banish one Earth or wind monster from your graveyard. If this card you control is destroyed by the opponent's card effect and sent in the graveyard, you can add one of your banished Earth or wind monsters to your hand. You can only use this effect once per turn. You know, this could actually be really cool. This is really cool interaction. Not really interaction, but like, this could be some really good recursion. Like, if you're going against a graveyard-based deck, you would obviously want to side in a Ghost Spell. You can banish the Ghost Spell from your graveyard once this thing declares an attack. And then, once it gets sent to the graveyard, you can add back the Ghost Spell, and then you got some more decent recovery. Alright, that's actually pretty cool now. Alright, so I think that's all the cards that are needing to be reviewed for today. Uh, this card can attack all monsters you put in controls once each. During the end phase of the turn, this card with special summon return to the extra deck. Oh, this is a, I guess this should be a spirit monster. That would be cool, an extra deck spirit monster. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed this episode, please hit that like button down below. Comment down below what would you like to see next, and hit that subscribe button. So let's see, we can get to 160 subs. We could get to 200 subs. We can release Larry from his slavery. Yeah. Again, you can join the Discord server that I'm in. You can also follow me on Discord. I know that this one person's swarming my comments section with his Discord tag, so he can Discord me. And then there's my other friend that wanted to join me at one point. So yeah, if you're interested, hit me up on Discord. We could play a game or two. And I'll see you guys in the next episode. Peace.